Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about one of the most confusing and thrilling parts of human connection, trying to figure out if that special girl you're interested in secretly feels the same way. We've all been there, right? You're stuck in that agonizing gray area, replaying every conversation, overanalyzing every text, and trying to decode every single glance. You're looking for a sign, a green light, anything that tells you your feelings aren't just one-sided. We often look for the big, obvious gestures, like in the movies, but the truth is real attraction, especially in its early, secret stages, isn't about grand declarations. It's written in a hidden language. This language is spoken in tiny, fleeting, and often completely subconscious actions called microgestures. These are the involuntary signals her body sends out when her brain is buzzing with attraction, even if her words are saying something completely different. She might not even realize she's doing them. But if you know what to look for, these tiny clues can tell you almost everything you need to know. So today, we're diving deep into the psychology of secret attraction. We're moving past the obvious and uncovering the 5 key microgestures that girls do when they're secretly in love, or at least have a very serious crush. Get ready to become a human lie detector for love, because by the end of this, you'll see these signals everywhere. Let's get right into the first one, which is a classic for a reason, the hair tidy or nervous preen. This is one of the most common and instinctual gestures. You'll be in the middle of a conversation, and you'll notice her subtly tuck a strand of hair behind her ear, or lightly brush her hand over her hair, or even smooth down her clothes. This isn't just about vanity, it's a deep-seated, evolutionary behavior. It's called preening, an action we see across the animal kingdom, where an individual primps themselves to look their best for a potential mate. Subconsciously, she's trying to present the most appealing version of herself to you. It's often also a displacement activity for nervous energy. When she's around you, she might feel a flutter of butterflies, and that nervous energy has to go somewhere. So it gets channeled into these small, self-soothing, primping actions. This can also manifest as her lightly touching her necklace, playing with a ring on her finger, or adjusting her sleeve. The key to differentiating this from a simple habit is context. Does she do it constantly, around everyone? Or does this behavior specifically spike when you're the one she's talking to, or when you get close? If it's paired with a slight, shy smile or a brief break in eye contact, that's your sign. It's her body saying, "I'm nervous, and I want to look good for you." This brings us to our second, and incredibly powerful, microgesture, the accidental touch. This one is all about testing the boundaries of physical connection. When a girl is interested, she'll often find subtle, deniable ways to initiate physical contact. This is almost never a bold, confident touch. Instead, it's a fleeting brush of her arm against yours as you walk, a light tap on your forearm to emphasize a point while she's laughing at your joke, or her knee, accidentally, brushing against yours under the table, and perhaps lingering for just a second longer than necessary. The magic of this gesture is in its deniability. If you don't react positively, she can pull away, and it can be plausibly written off as a complete accident. But make no mistake, it's often a subconscious probe. It's her way of saying, "I want to be closer to you. How do you feel about this?" It's a low-risk, high-reward move that sends a powerful jolt of connection. The key here is the lightness and briefness of the touch. It's not a friendly shove or a high five. It's a soft, gentle contact that's over almost as soon as it begins, but you both feel it. If you notice this happening, she's likely trying to close the physical gap between you because her emotional side already wants to. Now let's move on to a gesture that's less about her body and more about her mind, which might be the most powerful one of all, the memory flash or detail recall. This is a cognitive microgesture that is an undeniable sign of investment. Pay close attention to this. Does she remember the tiny, insignificant details you mentioned in passing weeks, or even months ago? Maybe you once mentioned your dog's weird sleeping habit, or your favorite obscure movie, or that you hate a specific food. Then weeks later, she brings it up in conversation like, "Oh, speaking of that, how is your dog's name?" Or, "I saw that movie you mentioned, and you were so right about that one scene." When this happens, it's a massive, flashing neon sign. Think about it. Our brains are filters. We are bombarded with thousands of pieces of information every day, and we discard almost all of it. We only remember what we deem important. If she's remembering the minutiae of your life, it's because, to her, details about you are classified as important information. It means she's not just listening to you politely, she's actively cataloging information about you because she's genuinely fascinated and invested. A friend might remember your birthday. A crush remembers the story you told about why your 10th birthday was your favorite. That's the difference, and it's a beautiful sign of her hidden affection. This leads us to our fourth microgesture, a fascinating psychological phenomenon, the mirror effect. You might have heard this called unconscious synchrony, or the chameleon effect. When we feel a strong sense of rapport or attraction towards someone, we subconsciously begin to mirror their body language. If you lean forward on your elbows while telling a story, you might notice that a few moments later, she'll do the same. If you tilt your head while listening, she may adopt the same posture. She might even start to unconsciously adopt your speech patterns, using certain phrases or slang that you use, or even mirroring your laugh. This is not mockery, it's the exact opposite. It's her brain's deep, primal way of building a connection. Her mirror neurons are firing, and her body is non-verbally communicating, I am like you. I'm on your side. I feel in sync with you. It's incredibly difficult to fake authentically, which is why it's such a reliable indicator. The key is that it's not immediate, direct copying. It's a subtle, often delayed reflection of your posture and energy. If you feel like you're in a shared rhythm, it's likely because she's subconsciously mirroring you, drawing you both into a nonverbal dance of attraction. Finally, we have our fifth and perhaps most potent microgesture because it's all about the eyes, the lingering gaze and quick aversion. The eyes are everything. We're all used to normal, polite eye contact. But when attraction is in play, the rules change. This gesture is a classic example of the approach avoidance conflict. The approach is her desire to connect with you, to be seen by you, and to look at you. So, her gaze might meet yours and stick for just a fraction of a second longer than is socially normal. You'll feel it. It's a tiny beat where the world stops. But then, the avoidance kicks in. As soon as her brain registers that she's been caught holding that gaze, she'll feel a rush of shyness or vulnerability. She'll then immediately break eye contact, often by looking down, a submissive, shy gesture, rather than just looking away to the side, a neutral gesture. This look and look away is often accompanied by that same slight, suppressed smile or even a faint blush. She's simultaneously saying, I want to look at you, and I'm shy about being caught. It's this internal conflict, this open and closed signal, that makes it such an electrifying and honest sign of her hidden feelings. So, there you have it. We've covered the nervous preening, the accidental touch, the memory flash, the mirror effect, and that powerful look and look away. Remember, none of these gestures exist in a vacuum. A single one could just be a coincidence. But attraction is almost never spoken in a single word. It's spoken in sentences. When you start to see these micro-gestures appearing in clusters, when she's mirroring your posture while touching her hair and remembering that story you told last week, you're no longer guessing. You're reading a clear, unspoken language. The real magic is to stop worrying so much about what to say next, and just start to truly observe. You'll be amazed at what you see. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments if you've ever noticed these signs yourself.